Well, hey guys, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to explain all of the Fredericksburg area to you. When people are looking to move here, they're wondering where I should live. We're going to give you a bit of understanding of the entire area, including the outlying counties. So stay tuned until the end. I am Jeff Edmisten. This is my business partner, Ruthie Buck. We are Virginia real estate agents. And as much as we enjoy making these videos, we like even more helping you with your real estate needs. So if you have any questions about living, working, playing in Fredericksburg or anything about real estate in general, call us, text us, send us an email. We will get right back to you. We love those calls and we look forward to talking to you. All right, so when people talk about moving to Fredericksburg, they're thinking about the city. there's the train whistle. They're thinking about the city, but people all around the Fredericksburg city consider themselves living in Fredericksburg, and that's what we're going to break down for you today. So we're going to look at the city itself and the surrounding areas, and we're going to begin with downtown. What we're going to talk about is where the area is in relation to the city of Fredericksburg and some reasons why you might consider living there. And probably more importantly, as you watch this video, you may hear some things or see some things that give you a reason to say, yeah, I wouldn't want to live in that particular part. And that's just as important as knowing where you want to live as where you don't want to live. So let's start the
downtown area.
Downtown.
The walkability to everything is great if you're downtown. There's a mix of homes. You have some historic homes, you've got condos, you've got apartments. So numerous places to live if you're looking downtown. I don't feel like the price range is horrible for our downtown area.
Yeah, for a downtown area, it's not. But if you're getting one of the big historic homes, obviously they're going to be some of the most expensive homes in the area. But some of the reasons people would choose to live downtown is it has a very energetic vibe because of the University of Mary Washington being right there. They can walk, like Ruthie says, very walkable. They can walk to virtually anything they want to get to, the shops, dining, coffee shops, the train station. That's going to be some of the biggest reasons people would choose to live downtown.
So one of the things to consider downtown too, we hear a lot about community, and I know although we have our little suburbs and communities in Fredericksburg, there's still a lot of community downtown. My daughter, who's living down there, has met so many people now, and you meet a lot of people walking dogs or just being on the street, being at a coffee shop downtown.
All right, so that's the downtown area. But there's a part of the city that's not downtown, actually a fairly sizable part of the city that's not downtown, and a lot of people choose to live there versus downtown. So some of the reasons people might choose to do that is it's a little more affordable once you get outside of the downtown area. It's a little quieter. There's with that energetic vibe that comes with it being a college town, sometimes it's not the most quiet place to live, so people prefer a little more quiet. A little more space. You get out of downtown. You have a little bit bigger yards, a little more space.
Some communities that actually have amenities, which are still right here and just outside downtown, but still part of the same zip code.
Yep, that's a great point. So you have communities like Idlewild,
right?
Which has
and Idlewild also. Idlewild's a great community. It has a mix of you've got townhouses in there as well as detached homes.
Yeah, and there are new construction communities that are still being built that are inside of the city limits as well. A lot of existing communities in the city of Fredericksburg. You have places like College Heights and so forth. So a lot of people want to be super close to the city, but not quite downtown because they want it to be a little more quiet and have a little bit more space.
So one of the areas in Fredericksburg, outside of Fredericksburg or being downtown, and we're moving out into the Spotsylvania areas, which is a huge, Spotsylvania County covers a large area.
Yeah, so if you were looking on a map at Fredericksburg, if you come down southwest, so let's say 9 o'clock down to maybe 5 o'clock or so, that's going to be Spotsylvania County when you're outside of the city limits. And and it's a big part of Spotsylvania County is actually Fredericksburg address. So some of the reasons people would choose to live in Spotsylvania County, first is top of the list probably is the houses are going to be more affordable.
Yeah, definitely more affordable because you're coming out from Fredericksburg.
Yep.
More affordable, and usually you have a bit more space. being out a bit further as well. And there are oodles of communities there outside of it as well that have amenities.
Yep. So she said space. That means yards and houses. Both of them are going to be a little bit bigger. So that's a couple of the key reasons people would choose to be in Spotsylvania. Spotsylvania has some great schools. We can mention a couple of those. Riverbend High School, Massaponax High School, Chancellor Elementary, all top ranked schools in the state. I think in the top 20 or 30% of schools in the state. So a lot of people like the school district in Spotsylvania County as well. And in Spotsylvania, you can be still close to the city. You can be close to commuting, all that stuff, and get a little more affordability and a little more space.
And still have, a lot of Spotsylvania also has a Fredericksburg address, so you are still very close within.
And there's some great communities in Spotsylvania. Just name a couple. You've got Salem Fields, you got Fox Point, some great communities in Spotsylvania.
Yeah. So moving a bit further out of Fredericksburg County, you have Stafford County, which is another suburban area, but it's a little further north. It's also a great area. In that area, you've got several schools. You also have some dining opportunities in that area. You're still close to highways up there, or in Stafford County, you're going to also get a bit more land, maybe some larger houses, a different mix. You could also have communities that are townhouse communities in that area as well.
So some of the key things about living in Stafford County, first, because you're going north, it's going to be, of the ancillary areas around Fredericksburg, it's going to be the most expensive of the areas we're going to talk about today. So that's one of the factors you have to consider, but they have fantastic schools. Stafford County, I think, is ranked like the 14th best county school district in the state, something like that, on Public School Review or Niche or one of those websites rank it as such. Some great communities in Stafford County, like Stafford Lakes Village,
Hampton Oaks,
Cannon Ridge. That's what I was trying to think of. Some great employment opportunities in Stafford County as well. You've got Geico has a regional office there. You're buttoned up against the Marine Corps base. A lot of people are employed there. You are very close for commuting to Interstate 95. Obviously that comes with its own set of problems, because 95 in and of itself can be a beast, especially during rush hour. So there's going to be traffic challenges, but you're further north, offsetting that a little bit. All right, so coming on around the clock, let's go out to the east to King George County. So King George County is of the areas we've talked about so far is the most rural county that we've discussed. You get a little bit more bang for your buck out there. I think the cost of living in King George is slightly below the actual Virginia average, so it makes it a little bit more affordable out there. It's, like I said, it's very much a rural area. A lot of people move to King George because they work at Dahlgren, the Naval Warfare Center at Dahlgren. So that's going to put you as close to Dahlgren as just about anywhere you can live, is living in King George County. A lot of people like King George County for the outdoor opportunities too. You're close to the Rappahannock River, Caledon State Park. It's just a very rich environment for people who love the outdoors. Your cost of housing is definitely better than being in the city, definitely better than Stafford, slightly better than Spotsylvania County. All right, so the last area we're going to talk about is going to be due south of Fredericksburg. That's going to be Caroline County. So there aren't very many Fredericksburg addresses in Caroline County. There are a few. Most of them are Ruthie, Glen, Bowling Green, places like that. But Caroline County is an area that people would want to consider for a couple of reasons. One is we do see a lot of families where they have split commutes. Some people are going north, some people are going south to Richmond. Caroline County puts you in a great location for that, because you're about 35-40 minutes from Richmond, you're 25-30 minutes from Fredericksburg, so if you got a split commute household, that could be a great consideration for you. Another very good consideration for Caroline County is the cost of living, cost of housing. Cost of living there is 6% below the national average, and cost of housing is about 20% below the national average. So it is a great place for affordabilities, which is why a lot of people end up settling in Caroline County. And there's some great outdoor opportunities there as well. We have some wildlife nature areas and things like that.
Got the golf course.
We have a couple of golf courses actually.
Right, yeah, you have Pendleton.
Yeah, we have Pendleton, and I forget the name of the other one. I think it's Mattaponi Springs or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so and both are great golf courses.
Yeah, and a couple communities down there that are the lake communities that actually, I mean, have the lakes in them, which is really nice, especially in the summer.
Yep. So you have the gated lake communities with the amenities that, that those bring. Now it's growing. I think the cost of living, cost of housing are probably going to be on the rise over the next couple of years because there is a lot of growth that is projected for that Ladysmith area and the Ruthie Glen area, which is the next exit down from Ladysmith. But all of that said, right now the reason people are choosing to live there is to be closer to Richmond, and cost of housing, cost of living total. All right, guys, so that is an attempt to explain the Fredericksburg area to you. Obviously, if we were to go into great detail in any one of these areas, this video would be 2 hours long. So if you have any questions about any of the particular areas we discussed, or just about living or moving to Fredericksburg in general, or anything related to real estate, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We get those calls and texts all the time, usually late at night, and that's fine. I'm sitting there. I will respond to you late at night as well. Call, text, or email us, and we will get right back to you, and we will see you in the next video.